Okay, boys, so I'm just gonna show a really quick story with you guys, just in my car. I'm actually gonna take some summer classes right now, just to get the electives out of the way. No one really cares, and it doesn't really add anything to the story, so I don't even know why I'm telling you. So I have this Russian prof, and if you ever met someone with a Russian accent, I don't know, maybe it's just me, or any strong accent, I feel like as a Canadian, I don't really, we get a lot of that, right? And if you guys don't know, 2 weeks ago, and if you saw my other video, actually recently got my wisdom teeth out.
I think we're gonna put you in the back seat so you don't
we're going
grab the steering wheel.
We're going front seat. Grab it. I have you got a steering. No.
And I was kind of like loopy on a lot of painkillers and anti-infection. Basically, I was high as shit in my class. And I go into my first class. It's called Collaborative Leadership, which in short terms is a bird course. And anyway, so he goes up. His name is Igor. Igor goes up. He's like, so how many of you are taking course to say it's bird course? Who thinks it's bird course? This is the first thing he's saying. He said, by the way, my name's Igor. I'm from Russia. Whatever. Who think this is bird course? And I'm like laughing because I'm like, this guy's accent is absolutely hilarious. But then again, no one is raising their hand, even though I know all of you motherfuckers took this course because it's an easy A and it's to boost your GPA. And anyways, no one's raising their hand, and then he gets confused. When no one laughs, and he also says a lot of corny jokes, when no one laughs at his jokes, he gets confused, right? And so no one's raising their hand, and he's like, is that not term they use in Canada? Bird course? No, not the bird course. Someone raises their hand. I'm like, finally, someone's gonna explain it. And the kid goes, no. Some guy he's like, well, I guess that's not term we use. I'm like, dude, it is, but like, why are you even explaining it? Anyways, long story short, just a couple other things happen. So yeah, I'm all loopy and pretty high, and collaborative leadership. He was showing like a bunch of photos of inspirational leaders. He's like, let me know if you see any of these or recognize any of these people and their faces. And then he shows the CEO of Pepsi. And if you guys don't know, it's an Indian woman. So he shows the CEO of Pepsi her photo, and he's like, sorry, this girl, as you can tell, is from, by her face and her complexion, is from India. And I don't know why I found that so funny, but I was crying in the back of the class, and people were just, and maybe it was just the way he said it. He's like, because of the way she looks, she's from India. Like, why is that? Maybe I'm trying to tell the story in a constructive manner, but I was high. I was just loopy on a lot of drugs, right? Painkillers, not anything else. And I was just, the people beside me, and there's a girl I went to high school with, she was behind me, and I'm just crying. And then people start to catch on, and I turned to my buddy, and I was like, that guy I just kind of met. And that's kind of actually a funny story, so I'll tell you that really quick. Everyone's coming in, this poor guy comes in late, and I always sit on the NC because I like a quick exit and whatever. And this guy, no one's letting him in. He comes in, he's all stunned. He's looking around the class, he's trying to find a seat, and I scoot in my chair it's a signal of expression to like, yo, there's a couple seats behind me, sit there. So I scoot in my seat, and he's like, thank you so much, man, I really appreciate it. And then we're just kind of shooting the shit and making fun of his accent and whatever, like in a joyful way. Like, we're not shitting on the guy in any way. And then anyways, the guy's Indian as well. And then when the guy said, because that's why she looks like that, because she's from India, I freaking cried. I was dying laughing. I was like, and meanwhile, I have tears in my eyes, and it's actually like a 3-hour lecture. So I was crying and laughing for 3 hours, and no shit, I don't regret it. It was such a funny and hilarious story. A couple other things happened. Oh, another thing happened in that class. So I knew that we were going to do this certain activity where you had to pick people in your group. And for me, I'm like, I want to try to get a good grade in this class. I'm going to choose my own team members. So perfect example, girl walked in. I went to high school with her. One person. Scooted in my chair. No, another person. So now we're up to 2. I think we had 4 or 5. Then there's a girl I had a couple classes with this past semester. We got 3. And now we have but I have no idea who she is or what her name is. So I'm like, go up, talk to her. Then, anyway, so Igor was throwing a whole bunch of more inspirational people, and no one was there. He's like, who's this person? He's more like a chubby guy. He looked like Gaben. So anyways, there's a guy in the back of the class. He's like, he looks like Gaben. So I'm like, all right, now we got our 4th member. And then we added another person that we were talking to as well. Or no, was that 4? Oh, I'm the 5th person. Anyways. So we got our team a little assembled, and I feel like the Avengers. I went up to them. I'm like, "Hi, I'm sorry you don't know me. My name's Zach. I had a couple classes with you. Do you want to be in my group? We're doing this activity." And they're like, "Yeah, you know, for sure." I feel like if you're genuine people, they'll understand it and whatever. So, anyways, we got the Avengers going. We got Iron Man, Captain America, and all the other ones. And I'm like, okay, we're exchanging numbers, creating group chats on Facebook, and then he says, Igor, he announces, "Okay, so I've numbered everyone. At the back of the class, I have pages. All right, so you're gonna go to your number." And he goes, 1, 2, 3, and he starts numbering people off. I'm like, what did I just create a group for? And it was such a funny situation, and I was still laughing. I was like, and he started doing that. I'm like, I'm so pissed off. And I was just telling people I was just genuinely mad. But now you know 5 people in the class, right? So that was kind of good. But anyways, I just want to share this kind of little quick story with you guys. This is kind of similar to my pen one. It's around 6 minutes, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel and do all that weird stuff, and like this video. If you want to see more like small story rants or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, see you guys. We'll see you next week. Okay, boys, so basically I'll just tell you a really quick story here. Fuck me in the ass.